Superhero video games that are not based on a movie can be good, and Spider-Man for the Nintendo 64 is a pretty fun game for me. Spider-Man, also known as Spider-Man 2000, is an action-adventure beat-em-up video game based on Marvel's Spider-Man universe and the Spider-Man 1994 TV series. It was developed by Edge of Reality for the Nintendo 64. To be honest, I really like this game. Maybe it's the fact that I'm a personal fan of the web singer, or it might be the fact that I'm a huge comic book fan and superhero mythology fan. Or that the cartridge is a cool bright red color. Either way, it's not a bad game. It's not based on a single movie or a single comic story, so it does a great job of expanding the Spider-Man universe with a bunch of its villains, like Scorpion, Rhino, Venom, Dr. Octopus, and many more. There's even a comic collection screen where you can take a look at some classic comic book covers. Two direct sequels were developed and released in 2001, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, released for the PlayStation, and Spider-Man 2 The Sinister Six, released for the Game Boy Color. Spider-Man uses the same game engine as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Spider-Man was also a hidden character in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and during gameplay a reference is made of this. The PlayStation, Dreamcast, and Windows version of the game have a pre-rendered cutscene where the Nintendo 64 version shows a caption freeze frame done in comic book style, and with less voice clips. The lizard was meant to appear in the final cutscene, but was not included in the final version of the game cutscene. The Nintendo 64 version of the game was commonly referred as Spider-Man 64. The game sees player controlling Spider-Man in a third-person view as he goes through each level trying either to reach an exit or complete a certain objective. The player must restart a certain level if Spider-Man runs out of health, falls off a building, or fails a certain objective, such as letting the hostage die. Spider-Man is able to utilize his spider powers to traverse the environments, being able to crawl on the walls and ceilings, swinging and instantly zip between certain points. In combat, Spider-Man can utilize a limited supply of web cartridges to attack his enemies, either webbing them to a stall or defeat them, increasing the strength of his attacks or forming an explosive barrier. Spider-Man can also find power-ups such as spider armor, which temporarily increase his strength and defense, and fire webbing, which is effective against symbiotes. And with that, that has been my review. Until next time.